Hey guys, I'm back on the Rx8, and if you can't tell by the scorching hot sun, it's like 99 degrees. So I've been working away on some of the stuff. I'm going to show you what I got. Going to do a little bit more. I'm missing some stuff, so I got to put some stuff on order. But here's what we're working on right now today. We're going to see what we can get done. I'll try to record videos as I'm going, but it's going to be slow. I'm just missing stuff. I put baggies of nuts and bolts and injectors and all that stuff, and some of those baggies got thrown out in carport cleanup. So yeah, I'm gonna flip the camera and this is what we got. Alright, so we got the engine in. I checked my OMP injectors, so they all hold vacuum. I installed them. I put the vacuum block in. I have the sawn adapter on here. I bought me an aluminum expansion tank. Got me a little bit higher pressure Grady relief valve. I have an aluminum radiator. I have to put it in. Clean these radiator fans up while it's out. I have the I guess it's Rx8 Performance. I don't know. I bought these motor mounts a while back, but they're solid. I still have to tighten down the motor mount bracket to the block, and I have to tighten down the bolts are not, the nuts and bolts are not there in the motor mounts, so I have to put those in. Like I said before in the previous video, I did get the header on, motor mount fits, everything's sitting there, so I just need to tighten that down. And the bag of stuff that's missing, we ended up losing bell housing bolts. I got a couple in there that are just holding it temporarily, so I'm looking for that. I got my wiring harness laid out here, and I was digging through it. Here's my primary rail, which I was like, oh crap. And then I was like, oh, well, there's my injector. Well, guess what? One of my other injectors fell off. And I guess that was during the clean out. So I'm going to have to find out where the injectors are. I'm also going to have to pull these wires back, because one of these is the secondary and then one of these are primary. And being that this one is black and green, I'm pretty sure it's this one that's green and white, and this is the secondary. Pretty dang sure. I looked up the schematics last night and was going over it. So one thing is, whenever we get it done, the primary's always had the tape on it. We're going to put some tape right back on that sucker. That way we know where it goes. I need to bring the coils out here. I have wired in way back years ago some LS adapters for the LS coils. The bracket looks kind of crappy, so I might end up buying me a bracket. Another thing is, I ordered, and they got really dirty last night, but I ordered all these silicone hoses. So that's going to be fun, because some of these hoses look like they're way too long, which is a good thing, but that means we're still going to be cutting them. Another thing I noticed is, I guess when we were putting the engine in, this air conditioner line got bent. I bent it back out, but I feel like it's still pinched. I wasn't even holding the camera in the right spot. Anyway, the air conditioner line got bent and I pulled it out, but it's still a little pinched up in this upper area right up in here. Maybe it's not enough to hurt anything, and I really would hate to take this line off and lose every bit of my Freon. I think the Rx8 is still R134, so that's not a big deal. I just didn't want to do a vacuum and all that crap on the system. You can tell I needed the new radiator anyway, so that's a good thing that I got one. Let's see. We are going, and the inside of the car is dirty as well. Since we got the sawn adapter, I'm going to still mount all my stock plastic windshield wiper and stuff like that back there, but we're putting the battery in the trunk. So we are going to be running this straight to that for the adapter. That should be a really good straight shot from that nipple right here straight to that one. And this holds, it said 3 liters. So that should do me for a while, honestly. I mean, you might be able to fill this once every, couple months. That's a lot of fluid. I mean, I'm going to be pre-mixing as well, but I wanted a tank that I could fill up and not have to worry about, oh, is it empty? Just go ahead and have something. I don't know why it has this kind of cap on it. I don't really need that cap, but I guess it ain't gonna hurt. I do have a, I'm gonna have to make it to where it actually is not under suction, so I'll probably have to take that spring out if I just keep the cap on it, or just find me a cap that doesn't have pressure on it, because you don't want your OMP to be under pressure with the fluid, because it's gravity fed. So that don't need to have a pressure, because that won't let the fluid really just trickle out like it should. And being right here, it should flow, like I said, it should flow pretty dang well. It's just going straight from there, straight from that nipple to that one. I am missing the pulley and the washer and the nut. There's my air conditioner, and I'm missing the air conditioner bolts. Missing the starter bolts. I have the starter. It's pretty much all my baggies that I put all my nuts and bolts in disappeared. Missing the intake bolts. I'm gonna have to get new vacuum lines for the air valves. And I thought that the Rx8 had like one of those quick release fuel fittings, because I know this is the primary to secondary and it's just a regular hose, and my intake manifold has one of the blue quick releases on it, and I was pretty sure that the fuel had a quick release on the fuel line too, and I don't know where that's at either, because honestly I wouldn't have taken it off of the fuel rail if that's what it was right here, but it's not on there either. So yeah, this is kind of a nightmare missing all this crap, and it's making this install a lot harder. I got aftermarket oil coolers. I will have to put those in there. I started taking this one off. I got aftermarket lines, because this was a bearing failure motor. Put a new engine in that was rebuilt, and then it immediately burnt the bearings up in the second motor. So we're going to do everything we can to alleviate any kind of oil related failures on this engine. And then, whenever it's ready, I got to go back and look at this. I've had this car so long. All this carbon, the clear is just sun damaged, which good thing is this stuff's cheap. And this, that looks like it's baked on. All these I've had this car for 15 years. And I tried to put everything in the trunk, which the trunk is even a mess. And I got to get it done. I need this car done. I'm ready to start dailying a rotary instead of driving something crazy fast. I just want to drive something that's manual. But we're going to see what we can get tackled today. Like I said, it's extremely hot. And I got some of the OMP and all that kind of stuff done today. So I'm not saying I'm at a stopping point, but I did achieve something. Might have to wait till the sun goes down a little bit. But there we go. There's the update on the Rx8. I'm going to try to get some clips as we go. But just to keep y'all in the new.